大家好，我是 Surant 在中国. Hey everyone, it's Surant in China, and wow, it, shit is getting real over here. Pardon my language. It's amazing. It's 8:30 on a Friday morning, and this is another potential downside of living in South China, and that is massive storms that come up during the monsoon season, which is right now in spring and summer, just out of nowhere. The wife and daughter headed out a little while ago to go to work, and it was overcast, but it was not raining. It was a relatively nice day. And then all of a sudden, we got hit with this massive storm. As you can see from the live screen behind me, this is my live camera actually pointing right out of the window to the right of me. It looks like nighttime. It's completely gray and overcast. I've got my phone recording out the other window. You can't really see much, but flash flooding has hit the neighborhood. The streets have probably got 10 to 20 centimeters at least, a foot of water on them. You can see the cars struggling to get through the water, but this is definitely one of the difficulties of living in South China, and it's only getting worse for those people that don't want to admit that climate change is happening. This didn't look like this 20 minutes ago. And there have been flash floods going on all over Guangdong province, huge floods. Now, the scariest thing about this is that my wife and daughter are currently driving in this. I've already sent them a message to make sure they're okay and to tell them to worry less about getting to work and finding somewhere safe to pull over and wait until the storm dies down. I mean, I it's so gray outside right now, and so such heavy rain that I can't even see across the street from my window. It is just nuts. Let me go check my camera and see if I can see any flooding happening on the other side. So as you can see, it is brightening up already outside. Thank goodness. It means the majority of the storm is over. But it was really quite scary there for a minute. It was completely black. Like it turned into from night into day instantly. The rain started beating down so badly that the intersection that I just showed you in the video was completely flooded. And yeah, the lightning was right above us. Massive lightning storm just shaking the buildings. The construction site next door shut down completely. Um, yeah, there's nobody out on the streets right now. There's very little vehicle traffic. People have pulled over to be safe, and I can hear sirens in the distance. So definitely, there have been some accidents and things like that. I'm just getting a message here. Let's see if it's the wife and kiddo. They said that they've pulled over, but yeah, not much else at the moment. But scary situation, and with global warming as a reality these days, this is something that really could affect the choice of living in South China. The storms are getting worse. The rains are getting heavier. Obviously, there's flooding all over Guangdong in the smaller locations right now. In a larger city like Shenzhen, one of the nice things is as much as the squalls, these storms when they hit, can cause a lot of damage and can hit very, very hard, they typically clear up very, very quickly without too much overall flooding, because as a very modern city, it does have a very modern sewage system which can handle the runoff water a lot better than these smaller communities. But yeah, it does look like the storm is waning. Like I said, it's getting brighter. I'm starting to see vehicles moving around again. Um, the water levels at that intersection, which were yay deep at least, based on the cars traveling through them in the video, seem to have retracted already, so that's good. So now I get to play the waiting game to make sure that the wife and daughter are okay, and that the wife gets home okay from dropping the kiddo off at work. On days like today, sometimes when it's as bad as this, the city of Shenzhen will shut down the subways even and put up barricades in the doorways to keep the water from flooding subways and things like that. But luckily, this was a very, very fast storm, but it doesn't take much to dump a ton of water and do some damage on the city. So there you go. There is just a little brief look at why sometimes it can be tricky living in South China. It can definitely be one of the downsides. I shot this video on my way to Hong Kong from my last video, by the way, in case you're interested. So take a look at the sudden downpour that I got hit with on my way to Hong Kong.
Now I'm currently sitting under an umbrella on the patio. I could go inside, but the bus isn't here. I'll see it when it comes, and I'll just run and get into it. But this is very, very common in South China, in Shenzhen. In the summertime,
Isn't that wild? Isn't that just wild? Just out of nowhere, I ride my bike for 10 minutes to get over to the bus terminal, and then 10 minutes later, and it's the end of the world type of downpour. So much so that the daughter sent me a message when I was sitting there saying, "Dad, be careful. There's a big rain coming." She must have got a warning on her phone, but wild. So there you go. I just wanted to share that little quickie video with you to show you that you know, as much as I loved living in China, as much as it's a fantastic place to live, there are some negatives to it. I mean, living in a drier country, and drier area of the country in Canada, like I did for most of my life, I never saw storms like this that just popped up out of nowhere, flooded the streets. And can you imagine if you'd have been caught outside in this without an umbrella, walking in the park, or just walking down the street to go get groceries and thinking, nah, I don't need my umbrella today, and then boom, yeah, you would be beyond soaked through. Any electronics that you had that may or may not be waterproof might be broken or have issues. But again, that's the nature of the beast when living in South China. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this little quick video, this little update. Everything seems fine. I'm sure that the flooding is still going on in other areas due to this particular storm that's moving through. I sincerely hope everybody's doing okay, and I'll let you know if anything strange happens in the future. Take care, everyone.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to say thank you so much for helping my channel to grow. And if you want to become a supporter of Sir Ant over here in China, it's really easy to do. Simply remember to hit that subscribe button before you leave the video. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks everyone. It really helps the YouTube algorithm to find my videos and share them with more people. Appreciate it.